Doesn't mean a lot. Would you like that peg?
Oh yeah.
Well, good morning everybody. We're here at Lindholme Lakes. It's quite a bit milder than it has been. It's 10 degrees. This is the latest round of the Drennan International Bomb and Feeder League. I think this is classed as about round 6 or 7, I think. Round 7, I think, because one of them did get cancelled because of the ice. I'm not filming today as a live match. However, that's the reason for this upload. This is a fishing live upload, just to show you the peg and just kind of talk you through the match and everything. Just to let you know how it's gone. This is Willows, and this is Laurels. This is where I am today. I've actually drawn on Laurels for the first time. I'm going to take you over to the peg and show you it, because it's the first time I've had to fish a peg like this in this competition, because the other 2 lakes that or 3 lakes that I've drawn on have been slightly different from this one. So I've had 1 or 2 decisions to make as regards how I'm going to tackle this particular peg, and I've never fished it before, so you know I really am unfamiliar with it, but I'll talk to you about that in a moment. The league so far, it's a league that is being ran on weight, so it's cumulative weight over the 8 matches. I think I started off in the top 10, and then after a couple of rounds, I went up to 3rd in the league. There are 60 anglers, or 59 or 60 in it. I went up to 3rd, and then I won my lake on that particular round, but because it's on weight, it wasn't a mega weight, so I actually went down to 4th. So that's actually where I am now. So I'm 4th overall in the league. However, and that's with 2 rounds to go. However, like I just said to you, it is based on weight, and you actually drop your lowest weight. And that's the key issue, you know, because obviously everybody's going to have a different lowest weight. So it's all right saying, you know, you're in X position right now. Even next week, when you know what position you might be in, you don't really know what everyone else's lowest weights are going to be. So you've no idea, you know. All you can do is just come to every match, catch as many fish as you can, and just hope that your dropping weight is actually going to put you in a strong position. And that's what I've been doing. I've just kind of been coming. I don't fish matches here, or I haven't been fishing matches here, so I've just kind of been coming and reading the peg, and just making my decisions based on that. And you know, it's been going all right. I think I've won the lake. I've won the lake in the last 3 matches. However, the last one was only with £25. That's when we had ice on it, but it did win the lake, which is great. But obviously, it's not giving me the mega weights that I need. But you know, all you can do is fish the peg that you've got. So I've actually drawn peg 40 today. I'm going to show you that peg now, because you know there's 1 or 2 features on this swim that's going to obviously have an impact on what kind of decision I'm going to make on how I'm actually going to approach it. So this is peg 40, and I'm very pleased to say that it's an M peg, or it's certainly the last peg on this bank, which, you know, like I say, I don't know this lake very well at all. What I do know is that I think May Potter did well off this peg on the last round when there was ice on it. I don't know if she won the lake, but she certainly definitely won a section. She might have even framed in the match. I'm not too sure, but I was told that it was this peg. I haven't got a clue how she's fished it. I really don't know. So this is the last peg going down into this corner. All right, and it looks to me, obviously I don't know it, but it looks ideal. You could probably hear somebody singing over there. That there is Mr. Pickering. I think that's Tom Pickering. That's the same peg that he drew on the last match, apparently. But anyway, so this is the swim. All right, going up to my left, there's a space of just 1 peg missed out before the next angler, and as you can see, the pegging is spaced out. You know, it is a bomb and feeder match, so you know they try and space the pegging out the best they can, obviously to hopefully encourage it to fish better. So the swim, as you can see, I've got an island there. Now this gives me lots of different options. Obviously, you know, I will be loose feeding an area with corn, and that's the biggest issue that I've really had, deciding where to put that line. But I'll tell you what I've decided on in a minute. I'm just going to quickly show you the setup in the kit, because lots of people ask about it. Obviously I've got 3 nets out, they're all drying, so it's good practice to try and dry your nets out. Very simple setup with a box and everything. As regards the actual kit, I've literally got 2 rods set up, simple as that. Okay, so I've just got a 9-foot bomb rod, and that's coupled with a 3000. It's actually the XR 3000 that I use a lot of now, and that is just coupled with a bomb. So that's one of our new 10-gram bombs. 9-foot rod, as you can see with a peg like this, you don't need long rods. Okay, and then on this one, I've got a commercial feeder set up, 10 foot, don't need anything longer than that, because as you can see I haven't got any long cast or anything like that. 10 foot, a 9 foot would be certainly enough anyway, but I've got a 10 foot set up there, and that's with an Horizon 3000, just nice balanced setup, and that's coupled with a nice 20 gram open method feeder. So the bait tray, I'll quickly show you this, very important bit of kit for this time of year, as you know, flask of coffee. In there are lots of different method feeders, so I can change with this interchangeable system. I could just change to a bigger, lighter feeders, just nice and easy to get to. I've got a couple of boxes there of hooks, one's from a method hook length, one's from like, got some bomb hook length in there. Catapult, because I'm going to be loose feeding corn. That's just one tin of F1 corn. Okay, that's one tin there. I've got another tin in the bag if I need it, if in case it's a red letter day. Tub of water there, that's just obviously to test my wafters and dampen down my pellets. These are fishery feed pellets. Okay, you've got to use those. And then I've just got a selection of hook baits. Mini hook baits can be great this time of year, particularly for F1s. Alright, and that's it. And then the only other bit there is this bit, and that is because I'm going to be kicking off with some bread. And I'll just take a little bit of that bread out of there into there, just for as and when I need it. Like I said, I'm going to kick off with that. But obviously if I catch on it, I'll continue to fish with it. So as regards tackling the swim, while I've been setting up, I've been looking at where fish are moving. I have seen one or two fish moving, but they've been right out there in the middle. When I say right out there, it's not a hell of a long way, but it's obviously encroaching on territory where, you know, you perhaps shouldn't be fishing because it's going over halfway if I was to cast to where I've seen the fish move. So I won't be doing that. But that's the only place I've seen fish moving. So what I'm going to do is I've decided I'm going to just ping or catapult loose feed a few grains of corn in front of this island as far as I can go to the left before it encroaches on the next peg. So just to the corner of the island. Well, it's not quite the corner, it's just short. So that's where I'm going to loose feed the corn, and obviously I can drop on that at any stage with it with bomb and corn. So I'm going to start feeding that from the start, but I'm actually going to start fishing off the front edge of this tree with bomb and bread. I obviously got to think about the whole match. If I am going to be catching any fish, I've got to think about where they might be backing off to. We've got to think about things like that. So that's why I decided to feed corn at that side, because that's an area that I'm going to feed. However, this area here is where I'm going to start, but then it gives me the option to move right the way around out into this open water as the match progresses. And I'm also going to be feeding down this margin as well. I don't know how close to the bank to go, but I'll probably go a couple of metres off it. I don't want to go too close, and I can loose feed either corn down there, or I can put little balls of micro pellets. I can feed those. You're allowed to do that in this league. You're allowed to loose feed down this side for later on, because as you can imagine with a long margin like that, you know, it just looks ideal for fish moving down later on, or just at least backing off to. So it's going to be an interesting match, because I've never fished on here before like this. So like I said, there's one more round of this league to go after this, so it's just, I know it sounds stupid, but it's just a case of catching as many fish as you possibly can. Get your weight while you can, and just hope that after the next round, hopefully my dropping weight is still going to keep me in the mix. So that's it. I'm going to get my nets in. I'm going to kick off on that bread line, or with bomb and bread off the front edge of there. See if I get any liners, see if I catch any fish. If I don't catch anything, I'll go a little bit further out, and if that still doesn't work, I'll then switch it to a method feeder and start plopping a method feeder, or that open method feeder around this open water, and hopefully we'll pick up some fish. But like I say, even if they're not going to feed, you know, you're highly likely to be getting line bites and stuff, so that'll let us know that there's some fish there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. A bit of a breeze came, as you can see, it's hitting the water now. It got a little bit chilly, but once again, just like just about every single match that I've fished here this winter, I can honestly say that I've been on a peg with some fish in front of me, but it's been far from easy trying to figure out how to catch them. I've ended up bitting and batting, to be fair. I don't know if I've done the right thing or not. I've ended up with a few fish, which I'm pleased about. Certainly not a mega weight that I could have done with to try and get me up the leaderboard, to try and catch the top three. But it's been a match where, I'll talk you through it. Basically, I've ended up with 33 fish. So I've got 33 fish, but 7 of those are skimmers. I think all of the others are F1s, with the exception of 2. I have had 2 carp. One of those is probably £7 maybe, and it's I mean, I'll turn the camera around in a minute and just show you basically where I've caught and stuff, but it's I've had fish in front of me. There have been times when I have been getting one or two indications, and for some reason, without sounding greedy or wanting to sound greedy, it took ages to get one. So even when I was getting, you know, in the spells when I have had some indications, I've literally had to leave it in up to 10 minutes before I finally got one. Now I don't know if that's normal or not on here. I don't know whether when you're getting indications like that, you know, there's a better way or a quicker way of hooking fish. I don't know, but I've been swapping between a method feeder and the pellet bombs, or a little bomb with a longer hook length, and you know, I've ended up with a few fish. But let me just quickly talk you through how I've caught them. So there's the peg. You can see the wind now. It's from the left and in. It's quite chilly now. And basically, I did what I said. I started just off the front edge there with a bomb and bread, basically, and I had 3 casts on that. I caught one very small F1, but then I switched to corn and I caught 2 fish, a skimmer and an F1 there on corn, and that was it pretty much. I've loose fed corn over to this side, of the front edge of this island. In hindsight now, I can honestly say that I think that was completely wrong. I haven't caught on it, but I have had 1 or 2 casts on it. I've had a couple of liners. I haven't really persevered with it, I'll be absolutely honest with you, but in hindsight I think that line there was way too close to this line. That's my thought anyway. And then basically what I've done then is, when that's dried up on the bomb, I've then switched to a method feeder, the open method feeder, again in the same spot, and I've caught 1 or 2 fish, and then I've gradually worked my way out, and that's pretty much been the match, with the exception of the last hour when I've gone down this right hand side, and I've ended up with about 10 or 11 fish down this right hand side over loose fed corn and pellets. So I think I've done alright as regards these pegs here. I don't know about the top end of the lake. I haven't heard a thing about how it's been caught, you know, what's been caught up there. I honestly don't know. And weight wise, I haven't clicked my weight whatsoever. When you're fishing on here, you probably see that I've got 3 nets in, and basically all they ask you to do is just split your fish between 3 nets. So I just use the clicker to click the number of fish, so I'm just evenly distributing the fish throughout the net. So I honestly don't know. I mean, you know, with the fish that I've got, particularly the F1s, they are all completely different sizes. Some of them are 12 ounce and some are probably 3.5 pounds, so you know, it's difficult to estimate the weight, but I just obviously hope it's as much as I can get it. So I'm going to get some gear packed away. I don't know if I'm going to be the last one to weigh in, possibly. Dad's in the van, in case you're wondering. He's been down there watching from the van all day, so he's wrapped up nice and warm. He's got some soup, so he's all right. So I'm going to get some gear packed away, and then I'll find out what the weights are. Well, I'm a little bit amazed at that, to be honest. The average stamp has obviously been bigger than what I thought. I ended up with 83 pound, so that's the 33 fish, 7 skimmers, and the rest were F1s. I had a couple of carp in there, one of them was a good one. So that's 83 pound. I think that's won this lake again. Tommy was winning it, I believe. Tom Pickering is over there in front of the house, who stood up. He had 70 odd pound. I think he's had about, I don't know if he's had 1 or 2 fish less than me, but he's had some big F1s, really big F1s. I don't know if he's caught them doing something different, I don't know. But anyway, the bottom line is that's 83 pound now to add to my total. Obviously it'd be nice to pick up some money. I might frame with that, I don't know. But we have also heard that 1 or 2 of the leaders, I don't know exactly who, possibly Chicken, I'm not sure who else, have been on bonsai today, and we've just been told that that's not fished very well. So yeah, right, okay, cheers Tom. Well, there you go, Tom's just shouted over, he thinks I might have won the match with that, so that's obviously a reflection of how the other lakes have fished. So that's it, I'm going to get packed away before it goes dark, go and get Dad a nice hot cup of tea, and then we'll go back for the payout and find out what's happened. Well, I'm back home now. Yeah, I've ended up winning the match, which was great. Obviously that's a really nice bonus. I'm back in the studio now, I've got loads of work to do. It's been an interesting day, as always, you know, when you're trying to get to know a venue, particularly on a match like this, because, you know, you could be drawing on one of 4 or maybe even 5 lakes, you know, they are all different. So, you know, it's been good to kind of find a few fish. There were obviously some fish there on that peg, you know, it did look ideal, you know, but it's just obviously trying to find out the best way of catching them, you know, and it's typical winter fishing. Tommy's finished up second in the match. Huge congratulations, well done Tom. A little bit unlucky obviously, especially with the size of fish that you've had as well. And if anyone's interested in how Tommy's actually fished today, he has got his own YouTube channel now, so just if you go onto YouTube, type Tom Pickering, it's on his channel. He has done a vlog just like this I'm sure he'll be showing you how he's tackled his swim today, and he's got lots of other matches on there as well. So it's obviously giving me £83 for the total, but like I say, the last match is next week, and you know what, regardless of what happens in that match, you're not going to know what your lowest weights are. I think it's your 2 lowest weights that you actually drop. So for me, that could possibly be, my lowest weight was £25, which is what I had on the last round, and I think my next weight is nearly £50, about 40, a high 40, I think. So there's obviously quite a chunk of weight there to come off my total, but everybody's the same as that. So hope you've enjoyed me sharing this with you. You know, when I can't film a formal live match, then hopefully these vlogs are just going to let me share with you some of the experiences of our winter fishing. And obviously I will be uploading these right the way through the summer. You know, if I can't produce a live match for you, then you will at least be getting updates like this, just to keep you in touch with what we're doing and how our fishing's getting on. So thanks for watching, everybody, and if you don't want to miss the future ones, please give this one a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit subscribe to this Fishing Life channel so that you can see all these updates from some of the incredible competitions that we've got coming up throughout this year. And I just want to say a massive thank you to Alex Doherty and Aaron for running another flawless match. They're a great set of lads fishing those matches, really enjoying it this winter. So everything's going to roll on to next Saturday now.